So this is going to be an honest review at a tier list for PVE, specifically for all of the classes in BDO. Though this could be a long-winded topic, I think the best way that we can do this is just to keep it as simple as possible. So in this portion of this video, we will simply cover PVE succession for all of the classes. And then in the next portion of the tier list, we will go over all of the classes in PVE specifically for Awakening. So the focus of the PVE tier list will be overall and more focused towards end game, since the later game is honestly the more important portion of the content, because that's where we're going to be spending the most time. I think the last two tier lists that I've done were both extremely sarcastic and not serious at all. So this one, these are going to be serious. These will have honest opinions. So let's just go ahead and start off with Succession Megu, since I have been grinding with her like crazy, and I think it's easy to say S tier without a doubt. And if I could put her higher, I absolutely would. Bear in mind that some of this is most likely going to be subject to change, because she's been receiving a lot of tweaks and a lot of nerfs, and especially in large scale though. So in the PvE department, I don't know if that's going to change. One of the great things with her is she has insane AoEs that all seem to be high damage dealers. So just grinding with this class in general and grinding good with this class in general is just very easy to do. She is absolutely S tier and then some. Yeah, Suck Striker, I mean, if I could put him in between S and A, I feel like I would. With the way current classes are, I would say he's on the he's on the high side of A. So anyone in this category, I'll probably just put below him, but he is definitely like on the higher side of the A category. He's just a good grinder still, consistent overall. I think what would make him S tier in comparison with Megu is just those AoEs. The AoEs that Megu has is just insanity. And then we talk about, let's say, Succession Hash as well. I've done quite a bit of grinding with him as well. I think he's kind of on the higher A tier side as well. I definitely don't think he's in the S tier per se, but I would say that if he would be close to it. I don't know if he does better than a Suck Striker, but I would say these are really good in close comparison. But I think A tier is more than fair for Succession Hashashin based on how they played today. Great mobility, the beginning early game with them, all three of these classes are not bad at all whatsoever. So I think A tier is more than fair. Let's go with Succession Ninja. I don't know many things about Succession Ninja. Based on what I hear these days, Succession Ninja sounds like a B. He sounds like a B, high B, or like a lower A. A, can't judge, I would say, but I would say B, question mark. If we ignore the APM, you think he's an A class. The APM requirement of Ninja keeps it below an A. Okay, so in between. If we could have like an in between, so I'll put Succession Ninja at a high B. Look, ninjas, I'm trying to do you as good as I possibly can right now. If a good player, A. If a normal player, then B. Okay, let's just grab another random card here. Let's grab Succession Kuno. Honestly, from what I hear and how it seems that she does, I'm guessing a C or a B. I'm gonna end up doing someone dirty here. Okay, I'm gonna leave Succession Kuno at a C. You disagree and think he's a D. She's a D, eh? That's fine. Let's go with Succession Lon. Okay, I think this is just an easy answer right now. Succession Lon, PVE, overall, into the late end game. I think that's an S tier, without question. I think we can all agree. You guys are saying A, I see an S. If Striker is on the edge of A to S tier, then Succession Lon is on the range of S to just above the A tier line. I think we can agree on this one. And if not, you have to agree with me anyways. But Succession Sork PVE overall, I'm pretty sure Succession Sork is an A tier. I don't know in comparison to these three, but I definitely know she's a high A tier. Like based on the numbers that I've seen that she's able to do in some spots, she definitely seems like an A tier. I don't feel like Sork is good as a striker, but yeah, but it's undeniably good. But let's talk about Succession Sage, because at this point in time and having this conversation right now, he's had some changes and he's had some buffs. So how Succession Sage is doing now in PvE, I've heard that they're pretty great changes. I've never heard of Succession Sages ever being reported as S tier grinders. I've just never heard that. So I'm like in between this A, B section right now. Honestly, I'm just going to put him at a higher B right now. Someone else disagrees, and if we make changes along the way, then. Okay, we have Succession Valk. Succession Valk, I know absolutely. Like from public opinion and what I've heard and how she does, I have no experience on this class. But from just public opinion, she sounds like an A-B category. Yeah, really good for lower end spots as well with her mobility and just how she gets around from pack to pack. But in terms of just later game spots where it's a bit more combo intensive, I'm gonna put Suck Valk at a mid-tier B. Other people are saying D. Is mid-tier C more fair? She's bad. Okay, we'll put her at, we'll put her at a C. Oh boy. Succession Tamer. Are Tamers still dead in the water? That's the question we asked today. Is Suck Tamer just a bottom feeding F, or is Tamer an A these days? They got buffed, no? All right, B for buffed. All right. I think B for buffed is good. We'll put them in front of the Succession Sage. See, only a little bit of sarcasm in this list. We're trying to be more serious. Okay, Succession Witch. Okay, I feel, okay, this is just a hunch, but I feel like Suck Witch is gonna be a B. I think that's a fair listing because I feel like they'd be higher C, like mid-tier B. Hot take, put them in the trash bin where they belong. I mean, yeah, she does look good down here too, doesn't she? I'm thinking B tier. I think this range for the classes right now and how we have this seems fair. I'm a whiz, C. All right, well, we get to wizard. Oh, look, Succession Wizard. All right, well, that was an easy plot for you. Suck Wiz a C. I don't know. I've played this for a little bit and it's just, I never could get into Wizard, man. It just had a hard time like sticking with me because I just didn't like it. But grinding on it, I just remember it just felt awful. I was not a fan of it. So in terms of like later game spots, I'm not really too sure. I would think that a Suck Valk was doing better than a Suck Wizard. I don't know about the Kuno though. I'll put Kuno over here now. That's where Kuno goes. Go Kuno and D already. Look, she'll chill on the low C side, okay? All right, Succession Zerk. I feel like this is just a no-brainer. Succession Zerk, without a question, is S tier. Mobility that they have as well, how absolutely easy it is to just grind with this class. I think this is just an easy placement on S tier. They're really good throughout just the full progression of the game as well. You're telling me Zerker's pulling as much as Magu and Lon? Do you notice how the Suck Zerk is below the Magu and Lon, but above the Suck Striker? All right, Succession Draconia. Look, can we finally have our first D tier? I don't know. Suck Drac has always just been resident sleeper grind. Maybe there's some that make it good, you know, and I'll just put her here in the C. You know, C for uncertainty. But when I was grinding on her, yeah, Suck Drac was, I'm putting her in D. I'm committing to the D tier. Okay, we have Succession Mystics. Mystics, where are you at? How are Succession Mystics doing? F, all right, F tier it is. Oh, A tier. Oh, you really, I trust you. You think Suck Mystic is A tier these days? Interesting. You'll kill me. It certainly won't be with a Suck Mystic, I'll tell you that. Okay, well, I trust you. This is why we have more serious opinions this time. Okay, let's go for Succession Corsair. Oh boy. Is C to D fair or like what? Because I don't hear anything good about these guys. Debatably between C, D, and F. Corsair got a nice damage buff. Yeah, we'll go on the low end of the C side. See what I did there? And again, yeah, you see what I did there. Let's just mix it up while other people are getting mad about my class placements. And Succession Ranger, how do we feel? Suck Ranger, from what I've heard with public opinion, sounds like a B. They sound like an overall B tier. This list is getting pretty full. Okay, so Succession Ranger, B for bad, or C for could be better. Let's put her in the C for could be better. C, we're agreeing. Succession Musa. I have a feeling this is A tier. Like, they're doing good these days. I don't hear of crazy crack numbers in comparison to what I've heard Magu, Wusa, Lon, Zerker be doing. I definitely would say somewhere, yeah, between the B-A region from what I hear. I'm going to leave Suck Musa at an A, but I'd say Awakening Musas sounds like they're doing better these days. All right, we have Succession Warrior. PVE. Succession Warrior I've always seen do really good, but there's been a lot of changes, and I also hear a lot of mixed emotions with B-ish. Okay, how about right here? You've heard S tier with the new changes? Okay, well, I'm gonna respectfully leave some middle of the pack right now. He's great. You guys think lower A? Okay, I'll put him in lower A. It's a very fair, unfair assessment. Okay, let's talk about a class that has absolutely no need to be described in how it is in PvE. We're just gonna put her right beside Megu. Megu and Wusa are absolutely just broken and cracked, and their mobility is nuts. Their early game to end game is insane. Like, honestly, they should just be down here. That's how wrong they are. But we can't. This is a serious list, guys. We gotta take this seriously. We're not allowed to do sarcasm this time around. All right, Suck Nova. I have never heard of anything good with Suck Nova grinding. Like D, F. I've just never heard of anything good. I feel like F is just such a ruthless, savage thing to put when you're just trying to like guide people to the right class in PvE. I'll put lower D. Everyone's put an F. She'll be at the bottom of this totem pole. Okay. I'm sure there's gonna be some Suck Nova that's gonna show up in my comment section, not yours, that's gonna have something to say. All right, Suck Mewa. Mewa just had buffs too. I'm going to assume A tier. I would hope they're closer to Suck Musa. I'm gonna put the warrior in front of the Musa. Put these two together. Like, they just had a bunch of buffs as well. I've heard good things with them. So I would think either on the higher B side, maybe close to Suck Ninja, maybe better, or just lower A side over here. I'm gonna put her on the lower A side. Let's go with Succession Guardian. Lot of changes have come out with these guys. I would think somewhere in the middle of the pack in A tier. If not, I don't know about S tier though. I haven't heard of S tier numbers with Succession Guardian, but I would think like on the higher A side. Chat's saying S tier. Guardian S tier. I smell some bandwagoning right now. I smell some serious bandwagoning. We're debating between S and high A right now. Okay, you know what? I think we gotta meet in the middle here. I don't know if she's doing better than a Suck Striker though. Like, maybe right here is fair. Suck Striker is like between S tier and A tier. I think right here, just being close to that border is a fair place. Okay, going to Succession Dark Knight. Still better than Corsair. People are saying C tier. Can we put Suck Dark Knight like lower B? I think, would lower B be fair? Maybe better than Suck Sage? Right. Okay. I think this lower B placement's fair. I will swap her with Suck Sage. Okay, so I'm going to throw Archer and Shy in this list since they're just one stance anyways. Shy these days, boy oh boy. I feel like they'd be in the A tier, if not like S plus, simply because she's so incredible at grind spots and already alone is such a great grinder solo. So I feel like Shy is either like that higher or to mid A tier or S tier. In this list, in this PvE tier list, I'm gonna put her in S tier simply because solo grind, I would say probably that mid A tier, but group grind and some of the things that she does for your party mates is absolutely S tier. Lastly, we have Archer. Archer's probably a lower B, could argue an A. Chat's mix between B's and A's. From what I've heard with public opinion, I've always heard Archer to be kind of a mid-tier B, like kind of around here. I mean, that was short and sweet, pretty straight to the point, but I would say overall, this is the Succession PvE tier list that we've managed to kind of put together. Though it's not going to be 100% on point and accurate, this is just kind of my gathered opinion. Suck Nova should have her own category, to be honest, below F. Look, she's at the bottom of the list, okay? Here, Suck Nova F, just because we're done the list now. Are you guys happy? Are you happy, chat?